Following the main event, which was James DeGale versus Chris Eubank Jr. at the weekend, ITV have come under fire with fans saying they are not happy with the event that was put on. It was a box office event and it cost £20. I thought that was a bit steep myself, but I was willing to pay it because I thought it was going to be a good fight, and we had Joyce on the undercard and Lee Selby. But to be honest, the Joyce fight didn't really live up to expectations, and neither did the main event. Chris Eubank Jr. dominated the event and James DeGale stayed hit from the second round. He got hurt early and he didn't seem to recover, and he spent most of the fight just throwing one shots, and he didn't really make any impact on the fight at all. He was just trying to survive, which wasn't great, and to be honest, I spent the entirety of the fight just hoping that James DeGale would come out on his feet, because I'm not an out-and-out James DeGale fan, but I knew it was his last fight, and I don't like to see fighters go out on their back. I like to see them come out on their feet and end their career with all their faculties intact. It wasn't really until the fight ended that I realised how bad the actual fight was. It wasn't a great fight at all. It wasn't the matchup that we expected. I'd say the best fight on that bill was Lee Selby and his fight versus Omar Douglas, which was actually a good fight. It was a good technical fight, and they both got stuck in and made a good event out of it. James DeGale wasn't a great fight with Chris Eubank Jr. And Joyce, it was an alright fight, but it wasn't brilliant really. There wasn't much resistance coming back from Stiverne, so he was always going to win that fight. Stiverne was way overweight, and he wasn't making any impact on the fight. It was obvious which way that was going. It wasn't really until the main event finished, Chris Eubank Jr. and James DeGale, that I realised how bad the actual fight was. Like I said, throughout the whole fight I was just hoping that James DeGale would make it to the end, because like I said, I don't like to see no fighter finish their career with a knockout defeat, or at least I like to see them finish on their feet, which James DeGale did, but he was hurt a lot in that fight, and I think the towel really could have come in at any point after the 8th round. There was nothing left for James DeGale. The only success he had was really in the first round, and maybe the 4th or 3rd possibly, and he did have one round where he stood in the middle of the ring, kept his gloves high and tried to trade off with Chris Eubank Jr. I know that was a risky business, but still I think he had more success with that than he did when he got hit and retreated to the ropes, because that's all he did. He got caught with a counter shot and then retreated to the ropes, and he tried to hold on to Chris Eubank, but Eubank was too strong and pulled his way free and caught James DeGale with shots that James DeGale did not see coming, and that is what hurt him badly. So I can kind of see where fans are coming from, in that the fight was not to the standard that it was expected. It was expected to be a massive, massive fight, and possibly contender for Fight of the Year, as dubbed by Chris Eubank Jr., but it wasn't. It was way below par, and like I said, James DeGale was just surviving for the whole fight. He threw maybe 2 or 3 shots each round that actually landed. He was just throwing straight right hands because that's all he could land with, but he was falling over his front foot, and Chris Eubank Jr. was countering him. He was counter-punching the counter-puncher, which he had to do in the fight. Obviously, you can't really blame Chris Eubank Jr. because he was trying to make it a good fight, but obviously you can't blame James DeGale either. He was trying to survive. It just wasn't a good matchup in the end. So the £20 or $19.99 that we had to pay was not worth the watch, I don't think, and was not good value for the fight. I think the Lee Selby fight was a good fight, but other than that, I don't think the event really rose to the standards that we expected. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? You are the fans. Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys.